Alright, language explorers, so A Midsummer's Night Dream, Act 1, Scene 1. So Athens, a room in the palace of Theseus. Enter Theseus, Hippolyteia, Philostrate, and attendants. How fair Hippolyteia, our nuptial hour, draws on apace. 4 days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow. This old moon wanes, she lingers my desires, like a step-dame or a dow wager, long withering out a young man's revenue. 4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like a silver bow, now bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our Sodomites. Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian young to merriment. Awake the perth and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not of our pomp. Hippolyte, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love with doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling. Enter Aeneas, Hemia, Lysander, and Demetrius. Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke. Thank you, Aegeus. What's the news with thee? Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermania. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man have my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given me her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, and conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevalent in unherdant youth. With cunning thou hast flinched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so, she will not be her before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to this death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case. What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maiden, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form of wax, by him imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman. So is Lysander. In himself he is, but in his kind wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier. I would my father look at, but with mine own eyes. Rather your eyes must be with his judgment look. I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a present here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius. Either to die the death, or to be a jure, for ever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermaine, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you wield not your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For ere in the shady cloisters mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold fluteless moon. Thrice blessed they have mastered so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthly happier is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness. So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will give my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwise yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty. Take time to pause, and by the next moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of friendship, upon the day either prepare to die, or disobedience to my father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as we would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life. Relent, sweet Hermia and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to thy certain right. You have your father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermania's. Do you marry him? Scornful Lysander, truth he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do, as I do estate unto Demetrius. I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed my love is more than this, my fortunes every way of fairly ranked, I not with vantage, if not with vantage as Demetrius's, as which is more these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not prosecute my right? Demetrius I've avouched it to his head. Made love to Nedgar's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devotedly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and consistent man. I must confess that I've heard so much, and with Demetrius' thought I have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it, but Demetrius is come. And come, Aegeus, you shall come with me. I have private schooling for you both. For you, for Hermia, look your arm yourself, to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the laws of Athens yields up you, which by no means we may exonerate, to death or to vow a single life. Come, my Hippothea, what cheer, my love! Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourself. With duty and desire we follow. Exeunt all but Lysander and Hermia. How now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast? Belike for want of rain, for which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes. Ah, me! For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear our tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but neither it was different in blood. O cross, too high to be enthralled too low, or else misgraft in respective years. O spite, too old to be engaged too young, or else it stood upon the choice of friends. O hell, to choose love by another's eye. Or, if there was a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night. Then in a spleen unfold both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bring things come to confusion. If then true lovers have ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love our thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers. A good persuasion, therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and have no child. From Athens is her house, remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue you. If thou lovest me, then steal from your father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league within the town, where I did meet thee once, Helena, to the observance of a morn or May, there I shall stay for thee. My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, to the best arrow in his golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by which knitteth soul and prospers love, and by that fire which burnt the Carthaginian queen, with the false Trojan under the sail was seen, by all the vows that ever made may ever man have broken, in number more than ever spoken. In that some place thou have appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee. Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena. Enter Helena. Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away? Call me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves you fair, O happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars with tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark of shepherd's ear, when the wheat is green, when hawthorn's buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh were favour so, yours would I catch, fair Hermania, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my ear your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Where were the world mine, Demetrius has been baited, the rest I give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how to look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile still much skill. I give him curses, yet he gives me love. Oh, that my prayers could such affection move. The more I hate, the more he follows me. The more I love, the more he hateth me. His folly, Helena, is not my fault. No fault of mine, none but your beauty. Would that fault were mine. Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven into hell. Helena to our minds we will unfold, tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, deckling with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' fights doth still concealed. Through Athens' gate have we devised to steal, and in the wood were often you and I, upon faint primroses' beds were torn to lie, emptying our bosom to the council sweet, where there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and hence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek our friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good-looking grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till tomorrow deep midnight. I will, Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dove on you. How happy some o'er other things can be. Through Athens I thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not. He will not know what all but he know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can be transposed to form and dignity. Love looks not with his eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Not hast love mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to the child, because in choice he is so often beguiled. As Whiggish boys in the game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was also mine. And when his hail some heat from Hermia felt, she had dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will tell him of fair Herminia's flight. Then to the wood he will tomorrow night pursue her, and for his intelligence, if he have thanks, is a dear expense. But herein mean I do enrich my plan, to have his sight therein and back again.